Today is the day. Now is the time. You are becoming that person. You're becoming that girl. You're becoming that dude. We do have a few brothers that listen. And I'm excited. I'm ready to just dive into this episode. I'm like over the moon. So let's just get into it. Hi, my name is Michaela, and this is the Cozy and Thriving Podcast. It's just a podcast where we literally just simply put are learning to build to a life that we actually want to be present for, whether that's in our day to day life, whether that's in our career, whether that's in XYZ, you fill in the blank. We are building to that dream. So I'm excited because the last few weeks we've been talking about this Future You project, and we've been doing blueprints. We've been diving deep into mindsets and discipline and all the things. And today I just kind of want to put it all together and help you start living that person now, because our future selves aren't just people that we want to be one day. They are people that we have to actually turn into. So I'm excited. We're going to talk about it. Before I get into it, I do want to let you know that I do have a free guide for you. It's the Future You Starter Pack, and it's just a short little guide that will help you kind of map out your future. We've talked about so many prompts and so many different things the last few weeks that I know it can be super overwhelming. So I made this free little guide for you to just fill out. It's a Notion template. You can change it out weekly. You can change it out monthly. You can always revisit it so that way you know what you're building to. Our community has been growing, and I feel like I needed to give something back to you. So this is my little treat for you. And next week I have something even bigger coming for you, and I'm so excited. So let's just jump right into becoming that person. We're kind of wrapping up everything that we've talked about, and we're starting with who is Michaela, or who is your name? Who is her? We want to start to describe who we are. In the Future You guide, that I don't know if I said this already, but you can find in the description of this podcast episode. You can also go to any link in my bio, and there is a subscribe to the Cozy Girls Club. You can get it there. It's a statement that will say what your future is. So in this, you are basically just describing your future self. So for me, I know that I am super down to earth. I'm very calm. I'm very cozy. How you see me on this podcast is probably the most energetic you'll see me. I'm a very laid back, very chill person, but I want to carry this quiet confidence that even though I'm down to earth, even though I'm cozy, even though I'm very chill, relaxed, there's a confidence about me that people recognize. And so that's something in my future that I want to have. I just want to be that person, but that doesn't mean I can't become that person now. I can walk confidently in who I am, what I'm creating, what I'm building right now. Some other things that we've talked about in previous episodes, but things for me that I want to see my future self having is financial freedom. I want to have the slowest mornings ever. I want to be super intentional with my time. I also want to kind of just put right here, just so that way we can get on the same page, that your future self isn't going to be perfect. I think a lot of times when I hear people talk about their future selves and how they want to be, and even how I talk about it, sometimes it comes off as you want to be the most perfect version of yourself, and nobody's perfect. You're going to miss some of your routine. You're not going to do everything perfectly XYZ throughout, but the goal is to have this structure and this lifestyle that you live that is just you. And even if you get up an hour later, or you get up 4 hours later than you said that you wanted to, you still know, okay, maybe I messed up this day, but tomorrow, I'll get back on it. I had a late night last night or whatever. So a journal prompt for you is, what does your future you look and feel like? Again, if you get the Future You Starter Pack, you'll already have that statement there. So you'll just have to fill in the blanks. Okay, so now that we've written all that out, we have that and we filled in the blanks, we wrote it in our Future You notebook, whatever the case may be, we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait to become that person. We're going to start right now. With everybody who decides to start building towards their future has this breakthrough moment. That was definitely me this year. It was just I'm done waiting. I'm done hoping and wishing that things would change. And like, I just need to go ahead and change them. So this year is actually the year that I've decided to do that. And can I tell you that I've seen so many like things happen that wouldn't have happened if I didn't just say, let me stick my foot out or let me just do something to change it. Like, there's been so many things that have changed, and I'm just so excited for it. I'm so excited to see it continue to like play out. But there is this breakthrough moment that you're just like, I'm done waiting for things to change and I'm going to change it. I'm going to be the change that I want to see. You know, when people say that, I don't know if that really applies here, but it sounded like the right thing to say. So every time that you show up to something, you show up for your future self, you're building evidence of that future you. You're building that backlog of just like, when I get to this point, I can look back and say, okay, when I said yes to this, that's what got me here. When I said yes to that, that's what got me here. When I decided to stay disciplined in this area, that's what got me here. You'll start to see the evidence of you building towards that future instead of being like, I am like wishing for like X amount of money to come in, but then you're just like kind of sitting there and you're not doing anything. You're not looking for better jobs. You're not trying to build a business. You're not doing anything. There's just like nothing. So you have to put like action behind it. And that is how you start to live this future self. This is how you start to live as your future self now. So some examples that I came up with for you, so that way you can kind of see like what I mean by this, because you're like, okay, there's literally things that I can't do. Like I can't do it right now because of XYZ and just the excuses that you have. Okay, this is going to be a tough love episode. I'm sorry. One example is you don't like the job you're at right now, and you are applying for jobs, you're waiting for jobs, you're trying to build a business, but all while you're still working this one job. Be the best employee that that job has. I don't care what your job is, be the best. Show up as the best. Do your best work. Don't slack off. Don't like try to do the bare minimum. Be the best at your job. Because when you're the best at your job, it's going to show I'm going to be the best in my business. I'm going to be best in my new position. I'm going to be best at that other job. Show up, be excellent in that job. If you want to buy a house, but you don't have the funds, or it's just not like you just can't buy a house right now, whatever the case may be, and you're renting an apartment or a house or whatever, decorate and treat that house like it is your dream home. Like I'm talking DIY projects. You can even like, some people I know don't like to clean their own house, so they'll hire like cleaning services to come in. You can do that as at an apartment. If you really don't like cleaning your house, I suggest always having a clean space. So if you have to hire somebody to do it, I am not judging. I personally like to clean the house, but I'm not judging. But you can do that. You can literally do all the things. One of the projects that I'm like working out in my mind for my house is my kitchen. I do not like our countertops at all. And so I'm like looking for good quality contact paper to put over the countertop so that way I have like nicer looking countertops. I painted the wall. If you can't paint, use peel and stick. You can also, I've seen people do like these um I guess like brick walls, but they'll like just get like big like wooden panels and just like put them against the wall. Look up the DIYs yourself. Okay. You can, there's so many DIYs. Decorate your place like it's your dream house. I want the one day mindset to like leave your body. Okay. Saying one day I'll have this, one day I'll have that. Make it leave your body. You will have it one day. Okay. But you can start becoming that person now. You can start becoming that person now. You can start living like that person will now. Another example that I actually just thought of was like traveling. I'm somebody who wants to travel the world. Okay. I want to see so many different places, so many different cities and beaches and people and all the things. Like I've always had that dream of traveling. I literally just don't have the funds to do it right now. I don't have the ability to just like pick up and leave whenever I want. But I romanticize the times that I can travel, okay? Like the train, I'm going on the train, I'm recording this the day before I get on a train to go to my mom's house. But like the traveling on the train is like so I love it. I love traveling that way. I live in Virginia, and so it's a very versatile place, to be honest. We have mountains and we have the beach, we have cities. There's all these things, and then like North Carolina is right there, so like I can go there in a day trip. Like it's not one of those things that's like, oh, it costs this much money to get a plane ticket and then I have to find a place to stay. There's like all of these things within a day trip for me that I can go travel to. So there's like just little things, okay? It doesn't have to be you're traveling the entire world right now, but you're starting to look like her because you're going to do things outside of where you live. Okay, so now you have your statement, you have your ideas of how you're going to start showing up as her because you're not going to wait. Now you're going to become her through your mindset. This is the one. This is the one that I feel like keeps us stuck the most, our mindset, because our mind just goes and goes and goes and it does what it wants. It feels what it wants and our body follows that. But sometimes you just got to push back against her. Okay, you just have to push back against this because sometimes it's not always right. It's wanting instant gratification instead of like thinking long term. So you have to think to yourself, okay, what is keeping me stuck? Is it my circumstance? Is it my perfectionism? Is it the belief that I can't do certain things until like things change or I can't fully show up because I have to wait for things change? Like what is it that's keeping you stuck? And change it. You're going to change these with the mindset shifts. Again, in the Future You Starter Pack, the starter pack's free. So if you're listening and you're like, I really need this, it's free. So all you have to do is download it. You do have to have a Notion account. Notion is free as well. So there's no cost to you whatsoever. But in that, you're going to have some prompts to help you shift your mindset. And you can use those prompts weekly to help you kind of get over whatever it is that your mind is trying to do to keep you in this instant gratification or keep you down, and you're going to overcome it. I talk a lot with my hands when I'm not holding anything, I'm realizing. Okay, so now you're going to figure out what your future self would not tolerate. If you were sitting down for coffee with your future self and told her like your whole life, what would she be like or what would he be like? You need to stop doing that right now. Like, what would that be? So, this is kind of a tough love situation on yourself because if you go into your Future You project notebook, if you have been writing things down and following the prompts like the last couple of weeks, and you like go in here and you look at, okay, this is how she wants to be. So I have on here, wake up early. Have I been waking up early? Absolutely not. So if I am not accepting if my future self would not accept the chaos in the mornings, why am I accepting it right now? Like that those are the types of things that you have to like really hone in on. Personally, I have been really slacking on my morning routine and like if you've been following me for a while, you know I don't even know how we do this now. The heart. I love my morning routines. Love them so so much. And I love it being slow. I love it being cozy. It just feels like the perfect way to start your day. But my days have not been like that. They have not been like that. So this week, I'm restarting. I'm restructuring everything. And my biggest thing was to be up by 7 and I wanted to like work my way back. Like I wanted to actually get up earlier. And I feel like I've been going the opposite way. Um, PS, I'm waiting for daylight savings time. I know most people don't like it because it gets dark super early, but for me, I will be able to get up at 6. It's when the time goes back, I struggle to get up forever. So anyways, I want to start getting up earlier and I have not been doing that. So this week, what I need to do is be like hard bedtime, hard get up. Make those times like hard. Like pretend you're in the military and somebody's coming and being like, you need to go to bed. You need to wake up because we have whatever. I don't know what they do in the military, to be honest, but I know that they have to get up early sometimes. Be your own drill sergeant, okay? Get yourself up out the bed. That's what I have to do. Because once I do that, I'm usually pretty good. Like I usually will start doing everything else. It's the getting up and getting out that takes a little bit. Okay, so I feel like it was a lot of drilling, it was a lot of like hard hitting, a lot of like being tough on yourself, which I think sometimes you need to be, but there is a cozy side of becoming that person. Always. There's always a cozy side. And obviously, I feel like the cozy side should outweigh the hard hustly side. But with the cozy side, you can make little habits and routines that just feel cozy that help build to your future self. So, some cozy routines that have been like really anchoring me, and it's just like the smallest thing, but making like a hot cup of tea before bed. And it's what I've been having recently is turmeric and ginger, and it's so good. Like I said before, I don't work in the bed. So even like responding to clients and all of those, I really do wait. Try to wait until 10 when I start work, but sometimes like I'll just be like, okay, I don't want them to feel like I'm ignoring them. So I'll like respond at like 9 or whatever. But I do try to push that until 10. Those two little things have helped create separation between my work life and my regular life because I do work from home. I do everything from home. My podcast studio is in my garage. My like editing stuff is like basically I can move it wherever. And I needed a good separation routine so that way I'm not constantly thinking about content. I'm not constantly thinking about editing client videos. I'm not constantly like over and over and over just like consuming work all the time. So I do have a cozy side of all of this. And it's just like making sure that my brain gets a break, making sure that I get to actually enjoy the now and enjoy me becoming my future self and not just hoping and wishing and like striving to be that person to where I'm like not sitting in the now. I'm not enjoying the now. So to sum up this entire episode with a bit of tough love, I would say that if you are putting in the work, you are actively becoming your future self, and you just kind of feel like behind or whatever, you're not behind. You are doing exactly what you need to do because you acting like this, it's not even about acting, it's actually about doing what you want your future self to do. You are actively becoming that person. And when you look back, you'll see, oh wow, she was actually doing what she needed to be doing so that way she could get here now. That's you're doing okay. You're doing good. But if you are hoping and wishing and you've done all of these things, but you're not actually putting in the work and you're not actually changing and actively doing things differently to become that future person, you're stuck because you're not actively putting anything. There has to be an action to your plan. You have to actually step out and do something that might feel uncomfortable or just might be a little bit different. Or it honestly could just be like adding structure. Like it could literally be that simple, just adding structure, and then you'll start to see your future self start to develop. But if you're not actively doing that, you are just staying here. That's all that I have for you. I am super excited for what's to come for everybody. And we are already, what is it, the 10th? I guess the day that you guys are watching this, or the day that this comes out, it will be the 10th. So we're like 5 days away from already mid-August, which is crazy. And yeah, I'm excited for you. I'm excited for you to get this future you in. And yeah, I'm wrapping up the series next week on here and possibly on TikTok. I'm not sure yet. I feel like the community on TikTok is just awesome. But I definitely have some fun things coming, more series coming. We're just going to keep building, obviously, always doing it super cozy and with intention, but I'm just excited. So don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, rate the podcast, follow me on all social media platforms. All of it will be down below. The link for the Future You starter pack will be in the description as well. And I think that's it. So until next time, stay ambitious and remember to always, always, always stay cozy. Never forget that. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.